Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Tea&Art. I hope you all are well. So let's start today's video. So starting off today's video, what I am doing here is that I have mixed my resin, and this is the black resin by Let's Resin. So this is their ready-made resin. So I have mixed my resin here. It is a low viscosity resin. And now I'm going to pour thin layers of this resin into these molds. So I will be pouring in three of the molds, meaning three sections. And the idea behind is that I will, after pouring the thin layer of resin, I'm going to leave this to cure until it is cured and you can touch it. So I will let you know what I'm talking about. But first of all, I am just pouring three sections of this mold here. You can pour as much as you like. Actually, I was going to make two, then I made a third one. If I have a mistake happening, I can have something. So I will leave this to cure until 6 to 7 hours. So the idea behind is that you need to have some cabochons. So these are some resin cabochons that I have lying around. So I'm going to use these. So I have taken a cat one and then some hearts. So after 6 to 7 hours, this is what I was meaning. So it is cured and you can see that I can work with it, and I am removing it out of the mold. So it is a bit on the sticky side. I think if I might left it around for around more than 30 to 35 minutes, it would be lovely to work with, but I think this is the perfect time. So I am removing it out of the mold. So this was experimental one. It is the first one, so I need to work with this one and see how this works. So this one was giving me a hard time. So it is out of the mold, and the idea behind is that I am going to cover these cabochon with this resin here. So it is going to create you can say a hollow shape. So this is the resin. Yeah, the shape is a bit on the, I don't know which side, but we will see how it's going to work. I know it is looking very messy at the moment. So this is something I'm going to show you real time that is happening with me, because there is an idea, there is a concept. So somehow I managed to capture the shape here. So these are the Chameleon mica powders by Let's Resin. So I'm going to rub these on this one. Currently I am removing the colors that I want. So this is actually the practice piece. So rest of the two piece, you will see that what we are going to do with this. So now I'm going to apply the Chameleon powders. So after applying the powders, I'm going to pick this up, and again I'm going to put this inside the mold, because it will be getting in the mold anyways. So I'm going to create the folds. And here we go. I'm going to put this inside the mold so that it shapes itself into a circular form. So now the mistake that I was doing is that I just removed the resin out of the mold, the first one, so it was sticking to me. So with this one, I'm going to apply the chameleon flakes first, and then I'm going to remove this. So in this way, it will be less sticky. So this is something I thought I'll do now, because after applying the chameleon powder to the first one, the resin was very less sticky and I could easily handle it. So I thought I'm going to do this with the other rest of these. So very carefully, I'm going to remove this out of the mold now. And also I'm going to keep notice that it don't stick itself, although it will not, because there is mica powder now onto the resin. So at this stage, this resin is really, you can say it is in a form of a clay. You can make different shapes out of it. So I think this is something I'm going to see and work on more, creating something new. But at the moment, I'm going with, now you can see, and now I'm just stretching the resin. You can see that I'm doing that. I'm creating a fabric-like effect with this resin now. And it is very easily stretching itself. And this is the cat, and I'm going to put this on the top of the cat, and I'm going to capture the shape of the cat now. So you can see that it is almost like a fabric, and I'm putting it on the top of the. So one thing I will suggest you that I didn't do, please apply any sort of silicone barrier in between the cabochon and the resin that you're going to use. You can use the silicone oil. I think other than this, alcohol, the isopropyl alcohol might work. So you can see what I'm talking about here. It is taking the shape here very nicely. And after that, I'm going to create the folds around it with the rest of the resin. It is resin, but it is acting like a fabric, and you can see it is acting like a clay as well. So for the third one, I thought I'm going to do something different. As I have done the heart, then I did the cat, and now I thought I'm going to do something different. So I was looking for the cabochons that I have around. So I found a skull. First of all, I'm just making the folds for this one. Because of the chameleon powder onto the resin, it is very easy now to work with. You all have seen the first one. It was a mess, but I could somehow saved it. Just making sure that I have the shape here. And after that, applying the mica powder on the second one. So did the same here. Now I have put the skull. So you can use glass cabochons if you have. You will get perfect designs with that also. So now I'm going to do the same as I did with the cat. Again, I didn't use any barrier. So actually this was my first time. So that's why I'm just telling you again and again that you have to use something in between. Now I'm going to create the folds again the same way. So I was not happy with the first one. It was a fail, and the heart was not giving me the good shape. So I removed it out of the mold. And here what I'm talking about, that the resin is acting like a clay. I'm showing you that you can, I just rolled it up, and now I'm using this rolling pin. I'm sure there would be an easy way, but the resin is not sticking nothing at all. So, and you can see I am stretching it. This is not a clay, this is resin, but it is at a stage that I can play with it like a clay now. And it is a normal epoxy resin. So here I have removed again the first one just to let you know. And now I'm going to put this again on the top of the heart cabochon. So rest of the process is going to be the same as I did with the first ones. So this is done now, and now I will leave this to cure, and I will see you next day for the next step. So the next day is that the idea behind is that I'm going to remove the cabochons out now. So that's the reason I was telling you to use something in between so that it would be easily to come out. But since I didn't, this was a struggle for me. Took me a little bit of a time, but I was able to remove two out of them. One was not possible, so I will be showing you which one was not possible. So here we go. The heart is out of the resin now, and I was easy to remove it. And now it's time to remove this cat. Although I was thinking that this is going to be a difficult one, but it popped out really well because it had some texture on it. It was really easy. But the hard time was this skull, and it was giving me really hard time. My resin started to rip, so I decided to keep it inside. So anyways, this was a leftover resin cabochon. So in this way, you can use this. So this is just an idea. You can take it from here and create something unique for with this technique. So I'm just showing you that I tried, but it was ripping. So then I decided that I'm not going to ruin this now. So I think a good half an hour was spent on this skull, but then I decided to leave it like that. So now so two of them are empty, but one is with skull, as I showed you. Now the thing is that I'm going to mix again the black resin, and then I'm going to pour a thin layer of black resin on in this mold, and then I'm going to put these already cured resin pieces on top of it. And now I will leave it to cure after doing this for the second layer. So this is the second day. It is cured now. Now I'm going to top this up with the clear resin. So here I'm using the clear epoxy resin, and I'm going to fill these all up. For the cat mold, I had to fill up with resin because it was a bulky one. For other two, I just poured halfway for the resin. So it depends on the size of the cabochon, how much resin you're going to put in. So I'm going to fill this up, and then after that, I will leave this to cure, and I will see you next day. And now is the next day, and I got a tragedy for my cat one. I got a big bubble overnight. It had happened, and I was so sad because this is the one that took the lot of resin. But I'm going to demold these one, and we will see. After pouring the resin, they are looking really nice. The folds are showing itself. And then I'm going to remove the skull one. And here we go. The skull one is actually looking really lovely with the folds and the skull in the middle. You can make a very big tray in this way also with different cabochons. Now for the cat one, I'm going to do a hack, and I'm going to use a masking tape around the coaster because it is already so chunky. I don't have any mold that will be helping me. So I will be doing that, and then I will be pouring another layer of resin on top of it. So here we go. I applied the masking tape, then I put this again into the mold, and now I'm going to do it. I'm going to do another layer of resin now so that I don't have the bubble anymore. So this is going to cure now, and I will see you next day. So for the cat one, it got so chunky, I thought it's not going to be a coaster now. So I'm going to take to the next level and do something else with that. So I was thinking of what to do. So I thought I'm going to show you something that you can make naturally. Just pick some woods out of the nature and then create this. So it was all done now. So I'm actually making a dream catcher now here. So these sticks were a bit small. I'm going to find anyone that are bigger. So here we go, and I thought this will give you another idea on bigger coasters, the chunky coasters, that it's not necessary always that you have to make it into a coaster. You can create it to something really else. So this is just a unique idea for all of you. So here I'm using the sticks, and for gluing the sticks now, I'm going to use a glue gun. So I was really happy when I put these sticks, and it was looking so amazing. And now actually I will be using the glue gun to arrange all the sticks. So this is just totally a DIY project that I thought in moment, and I just went with it, and I just tried to find some random stuff in my craft item, my craft room. So I had some crystals, I had some beads, so deer antlers, and so this is the final look of this one, the cat one. So I have two coasters now, and then this dream catcher of the cat one. And if you believe in a cat spirit animal, this is going to be your cat dream catcher. Just an idea for you if you want to take it your resin art to a next level. Actually, I have made few other items in resin creating this sort of dream catchers, but not in this style, and I think I'm loving it. I might make more of these, like to sell or to give gifts. So here we go, just with simple items you can take your items to next level, a very unique, one of a kind. So I was really happy with the results. So yeah, another idea that if you keep on watching, I didn't do it, but I'm just showing you that you can put these coasters one by one, like for a wall panel. So you can put the heart, skull and cat, or you can put the moons in between. So just few ideas that, as a lot of times people ask me that what you can do with these coasters, are they always meant to be a coasters? No, you can do whatever you want. There's so much art and artists out there with creative ideas, so it's really up to you. So these are the normal ones. The hard one actually was the experimental one, so it didn't turn out the best, but I really love the skull one, and the cat one is amazing. So I think it do complements the Halloween theme also. So I know there was a lot of working in this idea, but it was a raw idea, and if next time I have to make these, they might go very smooth. But that was the process, and I wanted to show you how I ended up creating these. So that's it for today, and I will link everything that I used in my description. And if you have any questions, please do ask me, and any suggestions, always welcome. So like, subscribe and share. Thumbs up if you like the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please consider do so, and take good care of yourself. Bye bye.